not me, cause I'm too fly. The freestyle fanatic, ooh, my.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah, just put them over there, then it's going to be too loud. It's not going to be enough. So why don't you put your mics right here in between, and then make it. Yes. Okay, yeah, I'm happy. I'm leaving tomorrow, but yeah, let's try.
Yes, this is like, let's talk.
I'm at the envelope.
Oh, my mind is clearer now. So how does it feel to actually be the first black superhero? I mean, there's Blade, but he's not really a superhero. I mean, how does that kind of impact your mind and what it brings to everybody?
I feel like Sidney Poitier and Jackie Robinson right here. You know, I got to do what they've pushed the envelope on for so many years, to be held responsible at the same time for how that character is conducted, because then perhaps in the future they'll greenlight other characters or other ethnicities will have a chance doing that based upon how this is accepted. So I mean, I never thought about it like that. I didn't recognize that.
You get the chance to step into the armors? Okay, next question.
You got to remember, the reason that Marvel wanted to be independent on this project right here was so that they would not have the constraints. Gwyneth, are you gone, my love? At dinner? I can talk to Gwyneth. Hey, baby! Hey, baby! No, what was I saying? Yeah, Marvel went independent on this so that they wouldn't have the constraints of a studio that was more concerned with marketing than being concerned with the historical authenticity of the film. You know, that's what's more important, to be true creatively. And then, because this is a very smart audience now. 30 years ago, an audience, if they didn't like something, they could be spoken, they can have their voice heard through 3 or 4 critics. Now, each person can get on and say, I don't recommend this movie because they forgot this and they forgot that. I mean, we're so much more accountable, and we realize that the audience is so much more intelligent than marketing research shows.
Did you ever consider Hilary Swank or Sam Jackson?
You know.
Talk about the fact that they were introducing characters in this movie
because they're more concerned with the future, you know, with the future aspects of it. You know, it's like, yeah, you can go and throw a bunch of preservatives in a piece of food and sell a million pieces of it. But then 2 years from now, when the scientific research comes out, nobody's going to buy it anymore. But if you stay true and start grassroots and touch on the imagination of this intelligent audience, then you've got lifetime buyers. And that means great for me, because that means I get to go and be in the Avengers, you know? Because I put on the suit and go to the Avengers. I get to be War Machine. I get paid, man.
What did you find the most challenging to face working on that?
What did I say that again?
What did you find most challenging?
Well, the most challenging thing is to find something super in you. To find something that, you know, where you take a stand on something and you make a compromise, because that's what a superhero is. It's not just a man that stands up. It's like he's gone beyond the call of duty, beyond the call of humanity, and say, you know what, sometimes I'm going to be a man today. I'm going to be a real live man. I'm going to sacrifice everything that I have. And I'm weak at nature, you know. I've got the same problems everybody at this table. And stand up and say I'm going to be more than that, that's the best part of it. Last one. You got to remember, in the comic book, James Rhodey puts on that suit, and as a result of the neural net pattern that Tony Stark had, and has designed the suit according to the frequency of his brain, it changes Rhodey's thinking pattern. Whether Rhodes becomes smarter or not, you know, it's left to be told. But Rhodes changed from being a traditionalist to now a rebellious man. So I can't say yes, and I'm definitely not saying no.
In the movie, you start off as you said you were lieutenant colonel?
Lieutenant Colonel in the United States Air Force.
So what's your interaction? What's the origin of your interaction?
Well, I'm a liaison between the Acquisitions Office of the United States Air Force and Stock Industries. So on a day-to-day basis, Tony brings all of his new technologies or possible technologies to me first, and then I say this has viability within the United States military. You know, whether it be whether we're going to move it down into the Navy, whether it be a Marine application, or whether it actually be, and we also work with Boeing, so most of it stays with the Air Force. But we also have us as going to MIT together.
Did you do any special training for this film?
Oh, I just went up with the Air Force, spent a lot of time with them. I got to fly jets. Because you don't just go up in there and sit in there. That's the thing about these jets, dude, I'm going to tell you. You have nothing to hold on to in there except this joystick. And the only time they give you the joystick is the person up front will shake it. And when he shakes it, you know that he wants you to take it. And he's about 400 miles an hour in the jet with a wingman here. And they're telling you to roll it. I got to do that. So we went through the flight simulators for weeks. And then finally, I flew 3 or 4 times with the United States Air Force in T-38s and F-16s and F-15. I mean, I'm bad now, dude. I can land a plane,
What kind of comics did you grow up with?
I was a fan of X-Men. And they made me so mad when they killed the Phoenix. I didn't want the Phoenix to die for nothing. I thought there was other possibilities. Hopefully they'll bring her back. Huh? No, but remember the young mutant whose ability was to cancel out the mutant gene? Why couldn't he come around her? Why did Wolverine have to kill her?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
They could have brought her right out. Brought him right out.
Are you ready to see yourself immortalized in plastic action figures?
I would like that. I mean, will I play with myself?
I'm blind yet.
I've done that once or twice before, but now I'll have a little buddy to play with, little bullet. I think I'm gonna play with myself.
So we will see you soon in the movie with Jodie Foster.
Yes, the brave
The
one.
policeman in this movie and in how many other movies?
Well, not too many more. Can't spread yourself but so thin. But I've got a film coming out with Richard Gere and another one with with who?
I don't know.
Oh, with
I think that she was in a movie with Charlize Theron.
No, not yet. I would like to be in a home movie with Charlize Theron. That's what I would like to be in.
Richard Gere is a real story.
Yes. Yeah, it's a story of what took place in Serbia, Croatia, and Bosnia with a warlord that had been, it's almost like Iron Man in a sense, because the same way Iron Man jumps up and makes himself available to handle things that most governments will not touch because of their political and duplicitous actions. I get to go and track down a warlord in that. Tony tracks down and fights a warlord in this. We're doing some socially conscious things there.
Nicole Kidman is there.
Huh?
Nicole Kidman is there. Who is in the movie? The girl.
And the girl in the Richard Gere movie?
Yeah.
I don't remember. If Nicole was there, I'd have a home video with her too. But no, she wasn't in there. She wasn't in that one. Say that again. Well, Robert, I'm sure you guys interviewed with him. There's a bit of magic that he has. There's a fearlessness, but a vulnerability. So for me, I learned that nothing looks more unnatural than an attempt to look natural. And you can just be the character. And it's okay to be uncomfortable because that's what we are. They're real actors working with me. I learned how to be spontaneous. I learned how to stand up for the authenticity of the script and the story. You know, because there was times when we had a great script, but we had surpassed what was written on the page and the things that we did previously, and they had already had the plan set up, and you're looking at $2 million days, $3 million days, that you would go and sit down and rewrite the whole character, rewrite that script for the day because, and spend 5 hours. We can get our first shot off in 5-6 hours because someone had integrity. Robert has the most integrity I've ever seen in the most. So that's.
Did you guys hang out at all offset?
Our hanging out is offset. You know, we're a weird collection of molecules, me and him. You know, we get together and there's a camaraderie. There's a brother. It's a brotherhood that's formed. I don't know from where. I don't know. Yeah, we hung out a lot.
What did you guys do?
We went running. We went shopping.
You two went shopping
music.
together?
Yes.
Why not?
Where'd you go
Up
shopping?
in Lone Pine, you know, in department stores and grocery stores. We were real people. We talked about life's issues together. You know, he has similar situations with a new wife, you know, and an ex-wife that he's, you know, fiduciarily responsible to and emotionally responsible to. I have the same thing, you know, and you know, we've been traveled down so many parallel roads, you know, that, yeah, I love that man. I love him.
How cool is it when a movie gives you so much beyond the script and shooting?
Yeah, well, that's Jon Favreau that gave us that. Because of him being an improvisational actor, he directed it in an improvisational way. And he's a brilliant man. He can think at the speed of light. But he's also humble enough to recognize the genius of other people. You know, when Jeff Bridges would have an idea, immediately John's like, if it's great, it's viable. We'll spend 3 hours making it work. With Robert, the same thing. You know, with Gwyneth, the same thing. With me, little ideas that I thought wasn't even important, he would rally behind and do whatever they had to do to make it work. And, you know, no egos on this film.
What do you think of the footage?
I thought the footage was incredible because it was real. It was real. This is without the special effects beyond the CGI of him flying. Everything else was pretty much straightforward. So now I can't wait to add the CGI into that. You know?
You're working on some music right now. Can you talk
Yes.
a little bit about it?
Oh my God, that's my album. It's called Terrence Howard and the Band of Kings. I mean, we've gone about trying to bring music back to where it was supposed to be, and it was honest and truthful. And every instrument is live, no plug-in drum machines. It's going to be great. We bring it out this fall. I think it'll be called A Little Bit More Like Me. We're going to hear it later.
You listen to a lot of music?
Huh?
You listen to a lot of music?
Yes. Like me, I'm still stuck on Paul Simon. I'm still stuck on those real, you know, we went wrong somewhere down the way. We lost our responsibility, because music is the highest form of communication. It's the one language that bridges all languages. I've sat in the middle of Moscow and played guitar with, you know, with a French horn player and a saxophonist and a zither player from Russia. And I don't speak a bit of Russian, and we played for 6 hours straight. And by the end of it, I still remember everything they said with their instruments. And you understand everything they say, even if you don't speak Russian. Music literally is, it's the voice of the world. You know, if you want to reach the world, you got to speak to them through music.
Do you have any scenes with Jeff Bridges?
Yes.
What?
If you guys remember the film he did with Robin Williams, The Fisher King. I loved him from way before that. And after that, you know, I just watched him. We set up in his trailer and smoked cigars and played guitar. Me and him played for 3-4 hours at a time. He's a brilliant songwriter. But as an actor, he knows exactly what's needed. And he will change and adapt.
You were
change your position as an actor. To put his arm around you and be like, I was thinking over here, if you played your character a little more duplicitous at this moment, it would work perfect for you.
It's an actor. Don't you guys get snaps all the time?
Oh, completely. There's times when Robert would be stuck and I'll be like, you know what, do this right here. Just try it. Because I'm watching from a third person. I don't have the pressure of making a decision. And Robert would do the same thing with me. You know what? Just do it. I'm going to follow you. Same thing with Gwyneth. Gwyneth remembers everything right away, photographically. So she can look at the new pages that we wrote. We spent 6 hours rewriting this new page, these 3 new pages. She will read it once and not miss one word getting in front of the camera. Shortest takes in the world. So.
Did you make it on the soundtrack?
Huh?
Did you make it on the soundtrack?
We got 10 months. And now that they gave me the criteria for what they want, we're going heavy metal. We're going to go heavy metal. We're going to change the world again.
Did you put the action?
No, because I love this character. And at the end of the day, I want on the stage anyway. So, I hope y'all like it.
You mind if I
One
take
scene. One scene.
One
I can't wait to see
machine.
with you.
Thank you, Terrence.
Thank y'all.
See you, Terrence. Would you mind scooting that?